Hello everyone, and welcome to Judy's Creations in Crochet. And today is January the 16th, 2025. And I'm coming to you from southwestern Ontario, very, very close to Detroit and the Michigan border. And I have to tell you, it is very cold here right now, and we are getting snow. It's not a lot of snow. I know there are places that are getting a lot more than we are, but it's more than I want to see. And it's supposed to snow off and on for the next week or two. And I could do without the snow, really. I could, but oh well. I went out and shoveled the other day. I think that's all the shoveling I want to be doing this winter. So, welcome to all of you. If you are new, I hope you will stick around and check it out and see what we like to do here. And if you're a returning subscriber, I thank you very much for coming back week after week. For those that are new, I'm all about crochet, of course. And as well, I talk about patterns and designers along the way. And I also talk a lot about yarn. And today I'm surrounded by yarn. We'll see how much of it I get to. Yarn, you're going to see both today. I do have an order from Lion Brand that I think I will get to. But the yarn that I focus on mostly is hand-dyed yarn from indie dyers, or what might be called luxury yarns. And in the past, I have talked about different yarns, and I'm thinking that it's been quite a while. And as I use some of these luxury yarns, I'm going to talk about the qualities of them a little more. And I am going to try to go on a search to find new yarn dyers, new types of yarn. I really want to try other kinds of yarn. I mean, there are lots and lots of types of sheep. It doesn't all have to be merino. So I think I'm going to be on a quest, if I have the time, to find other kinds of yarn and talk about them. So if that interests you, you're going to want to stick around. So I always start with what I'm wearing. And it's really funny that when I think you can see that this is blue, I'll show it in a minute. And when I'm looking at it, it's quite blue on a navy top. But in the picture, I don't know what it's coming out to you like, but in my screen, it looks purple. And I don't think I'd have put this on if the top were purple. But I want to show you this shawl. I've worn it many, many times. It's called the Zururu shawl. And it's a pattern by Reggie of J Hook Crochet. And I will link her in the description box below. I've made 3 different versions of this shawl. I liked it so much, and I've kept 2 of them. That's how much I liked them. And I don't know that you can see, maybe up here a little bit. This yarn is from Ravenswood, and it has sparkle in it. That makes this, there you can see the silver hanging off there. This makes it one of my favorite shawls because I really like the pattern and I absolutely love the yarn as well. Ravenswood is probably my #1 favorite indie dyer in Canada. She's Canadian and she's in Nova Scotia. And yes, and of course, it's in one of my favorite colors. So that's what I'm wearing. And as I said, I will link both the pattern and the yarn down below. She won't have this color anymore, but I'll link you to her site. So where will I start? I usually talk about what I have been doing, what I'm working on, if I have an FO. I don't have an FO. I did work at the beginning of the week since we've been together. I did work a little bit on the blanket I've been talking about, but I don't think I've made a lot of progress. I put it aside when I got thinking about what I did want to make. It's a funny thing. I put it aside because it's something I'm going to work on throughout probably the whole year. And I decided to take a break from it. And I wanted to make something for my donation pile. And I was thinking maybe a blanket or at least a lapgan. And I got out a yarn to make it in. And the pattern, once, I mean, I did a section. It was quite sizable. And probably about half of the cake. I can't remember the name of it. It's a James Northern Lights or something like that. I think it's a James C. Brett. And I thought, this is too dense and it's using up all my yarn. And I had only 2 cakes. And I said, I won't even get a lapgan out of this. So I tore it all out, which was difficult to frog. I will show you the yarn at some point. But I said, no, I'm putting that aside. I don't feel like working on it. And then it hit me. I am going to see my family next week, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, because that little grandnephew is a great nephew, I guess is the term, is going to turn 1 next week, and they're having a first birthday. And I'm going to be seeing all of my family. And I remember telling you how I was going to be making a big Afghan or blanket for one of my nieces that is getting married in the summer. And I know that I showed you this yarn, this nice bright yarn from, it's Bernat Baby Blanket. And she chose the color. Yes, she likes bright colors. And I thought, you know, if I got busy on that, I could have it done by the time we go down for the birthday party. And I can give her this now, because otherwise I probably won't see her before the wedding. And I don't consider this a wedding gift. I'm considering this the non-shower gift. So I'm quite happy to give it to her now. So I pulled it out. I had 6 of these balls, and I worried that 6 wouldn't be enough, especially since I make it with the moss stitch. Now I'm using a number 9 millimeter, I didn't bring it down, a number 9 millimeter hook in the moss stitch, and I made it a decent width. And I have so far finished 4 skeins of yarn. That's the bottom. And I'm going to put it at the floor level and stand up and show you. And there's the top where I need to join the next ball. And from the floor, where you can't even see how high it goes, it's touching my chin. And I would think that would be long enough, and that's with 4 balls. But I have 2 more balls that I really don't know what I would do with them. And I'm thinking, you know, when you have a blanket on you, you don't want it to just touch your feet. You want it to go over your feet and a little farther. So I've decided I am going to join the 5th ball and maybe go to the end of the 5th or do what I can this evening and make it a little bit longer. I want it, when I hold it up here, I just think it needs to be longer. Maybe I'll make it so that it's like 6 feet or something like that. That would be a nice length of a blanket. And then her fiance can be under it. He's obviously taller. And yeah, and it's, I don't know how wide that is, but if I fold it in half, that looks to be 20 inches maybe. So maybe it's close to 40 inch. I don't think it's quite 40, but close. It's at least 3 feet. And I think it's a little more than 3 feet wide. So anyhow, that's how much I've got done since the weekend. I've just been working on it for 4 days. I've done a ball a day on it, and I think today I can do the last of it and finish it up. I have put in all the ends except the join of the last ball, so I won't have lots of ends when I am done. And that's what I have been working on, because 2 reasons. It came to me that I could get it done before I have to go down there and see them, so that I have a way to take it to them. And that's really great. But also, the item I wanted to start, I didn't have the yarn for it yet. So let's we will talk about that in just a minute. I have one other thing I want to mention. Before we get, I have a couple of things. I have so many things. I don't know where to start, but I think I'm going to start with this, and I can put it out of the way. You remember at Christmas, I had 3 Advent calendars. I had one from Polka Dot Creek. I had one from Chickadee Fiber. It was only 12 minis. And I had one from Green Button Jar. And Green Button Jar was in a box that you opened and had all green tissue. And you take off the top layer, and it had all the little envelopes that I opened during Advent. Well, just yesterday, I decided it was time to break down my boxes because today's recycle day. And I went into the box and I took out the green tissue. And what I discovered was there was another layer below all of the envelopes with the minis in it. And there was, wrapped in the green tissue, this big canvas bag. And I'm almost sure this is the same canvas bag that I rushed. You know, I think I told you when we went to Knit City, Toronto last May, I beelined to her booth. I knew she was there. I knew she had a sale bin, and I also knew she had canvas bags she was selling. And I said to Bonnie, I want to go straight to her booth first because she has a limited number. I want to get one of her bags, and I want to check out her sale bin. And I bought one of her canvas bags. Now, for the life of me, I can't find it. I don't know where I've put it, but I know it's somewhere here, and it will become available. It'll show its face at some point. So then I open this and I find what looks like the exact same bag. And it's a really sizable canvas bag, the kind of thing that you can carry a project in, and a sizable project, because it, let me show you, it has a flat bottom box bottom, and you can see it is quite sizable. Quite a sizable flat bottom, box bottom on this. Things are falling here. So, this is great canvas. Now, I'm making a blanket now, but generally speaking, I don't make blankets or big items. It has inside, it has a little pouch with a zipper. Oh, it also has, what is this? Oh, okay, it has a pair of scissors hanging from it as well. Well, isn't that the neatest little gadget? Huh. Very protected. Anyhow, I don't make many blankets, and honestly, I don't take crochet with me places because The only places I really go are to my class. Well, I'm not going to be crocheting when I'm teaching the class. Groceries, don't need it. I can't crochet and do groceries. To church, and I don't think I would crochet while sitting in church. I know there are people that do knit and crochet, not in my church. I don't know how well that would go over. And I go to see Rose, take her to her therapy and so on. So I don't go any places where I'm going to really be sitting and have time to crochet. So I'm thinking that I'm going to be giving this away to somebody. I'm not sure if I'll do it in a giveaway or what exactly, if it'll make a good gift, but I won't be keeping it because I'm pretty sure I have another one somewhere here and I don't need two of them. But anyway, I was really surprised to find this, and we don't need to spend any more time talking about that. So I'll put it over there, and I'm going to put this Afghan over there and the ball of yarn over there. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to show you is in the mail today. You know, I've been wondering about the yarn from Adam because I get his subscription box and his subscription monthly, and I would strongly advise you check into it, is 2 mini skeins. It's very, very reasonable price subscription box, and the shipping is really quite reasonable as well. And I thought that maybe the November one kind of got held up in the mail. The December one, Adam mailed it used a different service than the mail, and it got to me. Did I open it last week or the week before? But I did get it already. So I was getting a little one. I didn't know if that was November or December, but it turns out it was December that I opened last week or the week before, because I saw Lynn open it and it was the December one. But today in the mail, I got another shipment from Adam, and it always comes in a very small package in a silvery gray vinyl package. And I opened the outer package, and now I'm going to open the inner. And Adam, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I have to believe this is November finally getting here. And he's always vacuum packs it, and then it grows. And I can see I'm going to really like this one. No yellow this time. And the first one is speckled. He does 2 skein subscription, but I always get 2 subscriptions, and he gives me 4 different colors. But in the 2 skeins, there's always 1 solid and 1 speckled. So here is, now this looks like the one that Lynn opened for January, but January, you only charged me on the 10th and you would have sent it by the 10th. I don't think this is January, is it, Adam? I think Lynn just opened her January and it looked like this. But anyway, you can clear that up, Adam. But I really like this. One is speckled. He likes the speckles. And you see various colors of speckles with the green and pinks, fuchsia. Very pretty. I like that one. Next, and you aren't guaranteed you're going to get the exact same as somebody else. He dyes up small batches, so sometimes with people ordering at all different times. Next one is, I want to say it's a charcoal gray, but you know, it has tones of denim blue as well. So there's my solid one. Color that I again really like. Next, I have something that looks another solid, and it looks kind of, I don't know what color you'd call it, but it's definitely a color in my spectrum. It's not purple, it's not pink. I wouldn't call it fuchsia either. It is a tone of purple, but not purple purple. Very pretty color. I really, really like it. And it would go well with this speckled one. So solid speckle, and we have one more here. It looks solid on this side, but that's just this side. Oh, and it's got some, I think Adam uses his minis to experiment. See this side? I thought that's what was showing. I thought, oh, I got another fairly solid. But this side is speckles. But it's a dull, what would you call that color? It's got a bit of a brownish look up here, but it's also kind of pink. Then it goes into tones of purple speckles, and then it goes into this. It's a little bit closer to peachy on this end. I don't know all my colors, so I wouldn't know what to call it, but it's got a hint of brown to it, I think. And then, of course, we got all the purples and pinks. So, I gotta like that one. Interesting. I think it would be very interesting. So someday I'll have to figure out what I'm doing with all of Adam's. I keep them in one storage cube. I dropped that one. And I have below, for those that didn't know or don't remember, I have a coupon code good for my viewers to Adam's shop. He has a website, craftywool.com, where he has his yarn. He's been dyeing up different groups. Right now it's yarns based on share songs. And there is a coupon code for a discount. You don't get a discount on your subscription boxes, but they are extremely well priced, like very, very reasonable. But you get a discount on anything else. Like you saw the 2 raspberry skeins I ordered to go with that one I wondered about what to do with, and I got a discount on that. So check out his yarns. He has a nice selection, and I'm really happy with those 4. This time I got all 4 that are in my kind of color spectrum. Thank you very much, Adam, and I hope everybody enjoyed seeing those, and maybe some of you will check out Adam's yarn. I know that I think 1 or 2 of my subscribers have subscribed to Adam's subscription box. But if you buy anything else from Adam, know that there is a discount code. Okay, so I'm going to put those over there. One day I think I'm going to be splitting them into 2 different color spectrums and figure out something to make. Okay, we're not done yet. I received a Christmas gift. Yes, I received a Christmas gift. Seems like it's late. I've had it for a week, but not in time to show it last time. And this Christmas gift comes from Cindy. Cindy is in Costa Rica, and she sent it back to me through her daughter. Her daughter is staying here in town at the moment. So we got together and she gave me this Christmas gift. And she kind of spoiled me, but one of the cute parts of it, I hope I have all the parts. I feel like I'm missing something. But anyway, here's a cute little project bag. And I like it because not only does it say Costa Rica, but it has a sloth on it. And I've become kind of fixed on sloth lately, and it does have, oh my, it opens up. I didn't open it up before this, into a box bottom. And if I ever did take anything with me somewhere, this would probably be big enough. I would never be carrying a blanket anywhere with me. So I thought that was really cute. And she wanted me to have a souvenir of Costa Rica. Then these I know come from Mary Maxim. She had these, and so she sent them along to me because they are my kind of colors. And so another project bag. Do I have enough project bags? And you haven't even seen the ones that I ordered yet, and they're probably going to wait another week. But I got 2 of these from Cindy, and there's the project bag. And it's quilted inside. I'll take this out. It's quilted inside as well. It has, see this? It has pockets. A bigger one and a smaller one on the one side. See those 2 pockets? And then on the other side, it has a zipped pocket. So, again, it could carry a bigger project. I might just put my my blanket project in this one because it's bigger than any of the, I think it's bigger than any of the project bags that I have. And I like that it's quilted, and it has, again, we have a box bottom, and it's a little thicker than some, so it'll sit on the floor real nice with. I actually use 2 project bags for my blanket because, as you know, I'm using minis. So I use one where I have whatever's done of the blanket and the balls. And then as I put the color in a strip, I put the used color into a bag so I don't use it a second time in the same strip. And also with this came, yes, I said, there's all kinds of parts to this gift. It goes on and on. Put this over here. Also, she sent me, and these are from England. Now, they bought them in England. They were there for a fast week before Christmas, but it says traditional, it says Shortbread House, Edinburgh, traditional handmade shortbread fingers, traditional. So I don't know if they actually came from Scotland and they were at a place they were in England, and she bought them shortbreads. Now I haven't finished them. There's still some shortbread in there, but look at, this is tin in my kind of colors. So I'm going to have to find something to store in this. I don't know, something I do down here maybe that I could store these in, because I have a couple of tins, actually one that's taller than this and bigger, and I have another one that's oval that I have in my living room storing various things. So I'll have to think of what I want to store in this one. I'll take suggestions. Anyhow, so that came with it. And then finally, we have one more part to this. Finally, we got this handmade wooden bowl from an artisan in Costa Rica. And I love wooden items, especially different colored wooden items. Someday I'll either take a picture or bring down the one I have bought locally. It's called Intarsia, different levels, and it's a picture I have hanging in my eating area in the kitchen. But she thought this was perfect, and you can scoop out of it, but it's perfect to keep like stitch markers. I have a number of, I use these clips on my balls of yarn. I have a few of those in there and a stitch marker and so on. So lovely, lovely piece of woodwork. She almost wanted to keep it. So thank you. Thank you very much, Cindy. I will use them all and think of you when I use them. So that was another Christmas gift. I think all the Christmas gifts are done now. So the next thing I want to show you, now we're going to move into acquisitions. I did not show you the blanket because, like I said, I didn't make a lot of headway this week, and I'll show you another week when I make a little progress. So what's next? I'm going to show you very quickly my order from Lion Brand. I kind of had a weekend where I splurged. Like I said, I'm not buying a lot of yarn this year, but there were some sales, and it was, I don't know, I said one weekend, this is the weekend I'm going to splurge, and then I won't be doing much shopping the rest of the year. And one of them I splurged on is a gift for someone, but I think when it comes, I had to order a couple of extra skeins of yarn to get free shipping. So of course I did. You might as well get yarn instead of paying for shipping. But this is from Lion Brand. They were having a bit of a sale, but mostly, and I don't have an invoice that shows the prices, mostly it was free shipping. So when you can get free shipping from the US, you grab it. And the postal strike was over. Now, I have had this in the past, and I still have different colors upstairs, and that is Scarfy Light. Scarfy is in my top 5 favorite yarns, and I think Scarfy Light is also there because I have used this before. It is very nice and soft. It is, what's the makeup of it? 43 acrylic, 41 polyester, 9% nylon, and 7% wool. Now, I can't put this in the donation box to the seniors, but I'm thinking our breakfast program, we give things to the people that come to the breakfast, and I think it's very small amount of wool. Does it say? It says machine wash gentle. So I can make a donation of a shawl or a poncho or something with this. It has 349 yards, so 2 of them is 700 yards. Definitely enough that I can make a shawl or a poncho, I think, especially if it's a little bit open. Probably even a small lapghan, but I don't do lapghans for those people. I do lapghans for the seniors because they're in wheelchairs. So anyway, what color is this? It's called Tiger Lily. So you see the colors in there. There's some greens and some blues and some orangey browns. There's even a bit of purple in there, and cream is kind of the background. So I will be making something for that donation box. And then I got 2 different Ferris wheels. I don't have much Ferris wheel, and I thought, well, here's my opportunity to stock up on a bit of that. And what is Ferris wheel made out of? It says it's machine washable and dryable. Oh, 100% acrylic. Yes, so this I can use to make donation shawls for the seniors home. And how much is in it? $270. So that's 810. Definitely makes a good size shawl, or it would make a good size lapghan. 3 of these, 810 for sure. So this is the color Sprinkles. I'm sure a lot of you have had this. And the other one I got, naturally, is the color Cotton Candy. You know I would love that one. Right. So that's my Lion Brand order. Okay, so next, was I was waiting for, because as I said, I wanted to get started on my first project from my Make 9. It's called the Prism shawl, or Prism something shawl. I'm going to put a picture up here. I want to get going on it. So after today, when I finish my niece's Afghan and I can put it in a gift bag and be done with it, I'm going to start this project, the Prism Afghan, Prism shawl. And I think I showed you that I had this yarn that Gary had dyed and sent back to me. And I had these 8, and all but one are from polka dot. This one isn't polka dot, but it matches well with it. But I ordered a bunch more of polka dot because I needed 12 of these in that particular pattern. So here is my order from polka dot, and you can see all of the colors. Now I definitely want to put this and this in it. I'm pretty sure I want to put this in it. And then I have to decide, do I do more blues, or I may decide not to use this one because it's not polka dot, so it may be, I don't even know what the weight is. I better check that. But since I would like to keep it similar, I might use these two, depending on how they look with the rest of the group. So let's take out that blue one and put in this one. It's going next to gray. I'll think about that one. And I'm going to put this one in. And I'm going to put this in. It's different than the others. So these two are too dark. I knew this one would be. Well, you know what? It would be a contrast, but I don't want it. And this one, as much as I like it, is too dark also. So I have to, here are, how many do I have here? 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I have these 10 so far. I have to pick 2 of these. I'm not going to pick these 2. They're almost identical. I'm thinking I better put this pale blue one back in. And then, is that too close to this? This is I'm thinking this one is a bluey purple. So it's not blue and it's not purple. And I don't really have much purple that I would put this one in. What do you think? I'll put it in there beside the blue one, and then I'll take it out and I'll put this one in. I'm thinking this one. Yes, it's enough different. I think I'm happy with those choices. Unless I got too much of those pinks. I got 4 different pinks. Come on, everybody. Let's kind of all get up here. So, put that pink back farther. Should I take this pink one out and put in the blue? It's totally different though. Then I all those blues. This blue, I think, is just a little bit too close. I'll put this over here. So I'm thinking, what's your thoughts? This would be my final choice. Do you all agree? Yeah. These three would be nice together, actually. I'm sure I could find something else to put with them as well. So I'm going to leave those out. These are the ones I'm going to do. So I'm going to start caking up a few tonight, and I'm going to look at the pattern and decide what color stripe goes where. But I think if I can hold that and this, should it be with white? Oh, now there's a slot. But I've been trying to use Gary's yarn for quite a while. Oh dear, that really, that really appeals to me. I think more than putting gray in there. This livens it up. I have, yes, I'm thinking, give me your opinion, but I'm thinking this yarn really does it with those, because it has lots of colors of specks in it. I'll talk about this in a minute. I'm thinking this is a better choice with all of these, and I have 2 skeins of this and wondered what I would do with it. So that's beginning to look like it may go with that. But what can I do with this gray from Gary? I have 2 of them. Hang on and I'll show you. Okay, I have this, and I've been thinking of using this for my mood board, for Gary's mood board this winter. And I'm going to try and tip it up. Oh. And this is my rainbow. It's my version of a rainbow. You'll notice it's not like all rainbows. Maybe if I hold it this way. I don't know how I can get it so you can see it all. Where? You see that? No yellow, no orange. I actually took a couple colors out of it. I added in this color at the end, but if I only need, this has 3, 6, 8. If I need all 8, I'll use it, but if I don't need it, I won't use it. And I think it would go with this gray. And I was going to do one of my Make 9 with black, but I could use gray instead. And I'm going to put the Make 9 picture. It's the one I forgot to show you the first week. It's called the Fisherman's Wharf. And it has a lot of short row sections in it that would be in these colors. Maybe this one. And I just dropped everything. 2, 6, 7. It would be in these colors with the gray. I think I can like that. But I have another one over here. I was going to do black, but I think black is too dark for this particular rainbow. It needs bolder, brighter colors. So this is a possibility. Now, can you see these are all sparkle. Every one of them is sparkle. And I really, really like them. And I've had them for a while and didn't know what to do with them. So I think I'm going to put them in that second shawl, the Fisherman's Wharf shawl with this. Now, I'm going to put that aside. I can decide on that a little bit later. But let's get back to this. I really want to talk about this. I showed you this yarn. It's called Cosmic confetti that I got from EFA. You can see the EFA label. And I got this, and then later I got this one. Now, the white one is called Frosting, and this darker one that I thought was black at the time, but it's a little more purple. It's called Dark Hollow. And this is the one that I spent time trying to show you, that it has stellina in it, and it's in three. Most stellina is silver or gold, and I buy mostly ones that have silver in it. But this has stellina that's three colored. It's red, blue, and gold. And I have two of each of these, and I absolutely love them, although I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. The market's still out. But this one's going to go in that shawl with all of these. But the reason I'm showing you this yarn, first of all, because I decided I'm going to use it, but the other is, in December, EFA had their monthly, they come out with a sort of mystery yarn. They have 4 colors, and they show you the inspiration. This is coming off. They show you their inspiration for the colors, so you get an idea of the color. And they have 4 of them. You can get any number you want, and it's a one-time, 1-month mystery purchase, mystery club, and it usually comes with gifts. And I really wanted to get some. I liked a couple of the colors, but I wasn't sure. And then Shandy showed them on one of her live shows. She does a live Facebook and Instagram half-hour show every Tuesday at noon. And one week, she showed all of the colors. I don't know why. She showed them all, and I fell in love with them and said, I have to have them. So here's the one that I was least certain about. And it is called Maple Mist. Isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous, I don't know, mahogany kind of color? It's got orange tones in it, but it's definitely got brown in it as well. And again, with all of that sparkle, and it's like a tweed, so it has nebs on it as well. I only got one of these because I really was uncertain what I would do with the color. And the gift that came with it is a bath bomb. It smells, it says it's called pumpkin. Doesn't quite smell pumpkin to me, but some of my giveaways are going to end up having something like that in it. But that's the least liked one of all. Then there was a green one. I'm missing one of the prizes. But anyway, the green one is this. And maybe they could go together. If I had something that had 2 of one and 1 of the other, those could go together. But again, look at this beautiful green with all the shades of green and the sparkles. It's a beautiful green, very dark and moody, and this is called Crackle and Glow. Then there is the blue one. Of course, I'd have to have it, and I'm in love with it. Flicker and Frost. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's gorgeous. I just absolutely... They apparently have, this has been popular. And in fact, when I ordered it, I had it all in my cart, and I'm dickering whether I'm going to get it and on and on. And then I went back to process it, and they were out of the last color. And I got notified 2 days later. I made the order. I thought I better order these before they're gone. And the last color they re-dyed and put it up again. I love that blue. I wish I had enough to make a sweater out of it. Oh, but you know, I might be able to combine these. Blue and purple? No. Anyhow, they notified me that the last color had been re-dyed and the last one was red. Again, oh, look at all of the sparkle in that. It is beautiful, beautiful. And it's a gorgeous, it's not red in your face red. It's a burgundy or wine color. See the tones of red? That'd make a beautiful sweater as well. Well, anyhow, when they said they re-dyed it, I went and ordered it and then told them I ended up having 2 packages. Could they please put it together? And they did. They put the 2 packages together and gave me a refund on partial shipping that I had paid just for 2 skeins. And I really did appreciate that they are willing to do that, especially since they know it's coming to Canada and we can't get free shipping up here. So they do that when that kind of thing happens. But these are absolutely beautiful. I will show you the other gifts I got. There must be something else. Oh, yes, there is. With one of them, and I don't know with which one, I got these Lansing Scent Company simmer pot kit. These are for simmer pots. And this is apple spice simmer pot. This is the scents are way too heavy for me. Then with another one, I got this citrus mint, and they call this a shower steamer. So you put this in the bottom of the tub when you're having a shower, and I guess the hot water sends off the aroma in the shower. And again, the smell is too much for me. The one thing I would have liked to have kept is this last one, and they are lip balms. But they are pumpkin, and I don't care for pumpkin flavor. So they are going to go, all of these will go out in gifts somewhere along the line. Yes. So those are the items I have been waiting for quite a while from EFA, because this is the package that they sent just before the mail strike, and then they sat in New York for a very long time, and they got released from, I ordered these in the very beginning of November, and they went out, I think, the middle of November, and they sat, and I finally got them last week. So I'm really, really excited about them. And I got one other skein of yarn with that order. And this is called Milk. That's the color. Opalescent Fingering. And it's 50% merino, 20% ramie, and 20% silk. Now I'm going to bring this back next week and talk about it, because in the meantime, I'm going to look up ramie, since I told you I wanted to talk about other yarns, other wools, and I'm going to find out, is that another type of sheep? I think it's another type of sheep, and what are the properties of it? So we'll be it feels really nice. You can probably see it has a halo, and of course with silk it feels great. And we'll talk about it probably next week. And talking about next week, I guess I've shown you all the yarn I can for today. There's still my project bags. They'll wait one more week. I'm not expecting any more wool except the yarn that I bought as a gift. And I do have one more yarn acquisition on the floor, and it will wait for next week. But next week is going to be the slideshow of the items you sent me as your special items. Remember, tonight, is the deadline to get me your pictures. And when I said only one per person, I meant a picture of only one item. Hang on just a minute. Some of you sent me 2 pictures, and that's fine because you wanted to show me 2 different angles, and you've left it up to me to choose which one I want to show. When I said one, I meant you could stitch one item and send me pictures. So I am going to do this again. There's probably 12 to, there's still a few more days when I'm taping this, 12 to 15, yeah, probably close to 15. And that's fine. I didn't expect a huge number. And there's a mixture. There are some simple things like a hat and scarf, but there is meaning behind it for the person that showed it. Somebody else did a sweater, first time they made a sweater, and they were proud of it. You know, they weren't all like a Stephen West beautiful shawl. And I didn't expect them all to have that big, amazing look. I wanted what you were proud of or what meant something to you. And pretty much everybody gave me the story behind why it meant something to them. And I hope, if anybody doesn't want me to, tell me, but I think when they sent the story, they knew that I will be sharing this. There was nothing overly personal. I'm going to be sharing the stories with you. So that'll take a little bit of time. The slideshow will be next Thursday. And that's the 23rd. And the Thursday after that is the 30th of the month. And yes, it'll be a day early, but I'm going to do the end of the month Mal for January slideshow on the 30th. You know, it probably would be to my benefit to do my regular weekly video on the 30th and come back to you on the 31st and do the slideshow for the month. Because the more videos you put out, the more you're out there in getting in the algorithm for YouTube and getting shown and visible and all of that. It would get me more subscribers and out in the public eye a little more. But as you know, I have a major responsibility that it takes a bit of my time, but it also takes energy. Going to therapy once a week, it's a little bit draining that particular day. And I just feel that I have to decide what's more important. And it's more important that I take care of my responsibility and I take care of myself than it is to get extra videos out there so that everybody knows who I am and gets on board and comes and watches me. I am happy for the 1,600 plus subscribers I have. I appreciate every one of you. And yes, I'm happy to get more, but I'm not in a competition to have a certain number. I like the community, the the crochet and knit and yarn community. I enjoy the community, and I particularly enjoy the community of my subscribers. And I'd much rather, you know, take the time to offer you quality videos once a week and not worry about flooding, you know, YouTube with lots and lots of videos. I do that at Christmas with my Advent, and that's enough for me. And I'm quite content with how I am doing and where I'm at in my YouTube journey, especially given that I do have other responsibilities. So I'm going to make just one video instead of 2, and we will do some normal weekly stuff, and we will have the slideshow. and everybody is busy making blue items. It's mostly predominantly blue items I'm getting, and that's great. And again, I'm getting a variety of things, and I just thoroughly enjoy seeing what you send me. And yes, it's the mal is going over fine, and you're enjoying having butterflies, and you can maybe think about what color do you think next month's going to be. It won't be a surprise, I don't think. So and I have finished my item, which I will of course show you on the 30th as well. So next week is a slideshow of your special items, and then the following week is a slideshow for the mal. Lots of slideshows, but I know you enjoy the slideshows, and that's what's important to me. So I will be back. Remember, you have until the end of the day today to get me something you consider special, something that you're proud of. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it has mistakes. Doesn't matter if it's the very first thing you made and it's very rough looking. Still, you're proud of the first item you made. So whatever it is you want to send me, and I will be doing it again in probably 3 months' time. So until next week and that slideshow, happy hooking.